that's quite enough of that for now. I'll play it more when I've turned you all off. Um, Look at that. Terrible, isn't it? Dusty, dirty, terrible, shocking. Right, what was I going to do? There are people say that I've lost the plot, and I was going to film opening that packet, but I couldn't because that packet contained the chip or the memory card that's in the camera. I had a weird experience that a memory card that I was using sort of stopped doing the good things that it used to do, and yeah, so I've replaced it with a new one. They wrap these things up so that you can't you can't open them. Anyway, that's that. Right, I have been away. I've had a road trip. We visited Brittany, which is in France. If you're looking at a map of France, it's the bit that sticks out into the Atlantic. It was a wonderful, wonderful week. We visited a lot of places. We saw some fantastic things which I would recommend to tourists. So those of you that live over the other side of the big waters, if you want to come to Europe, go to Brittany, visit Le Mont Saint-Michel, go to Carnac, look at the standing stones, go to the beaches, go to the churches and the cathedrals and the basilicas, and wonderful place. The folk there are very friendly, very welcoming. The food is excellent. We spent a lot of time eating in cafes in small villages that are a bit off the tourist trail. As such, they're good value for money, fantastic food, brilliant place. Anyway, I was going to do a book review this morning. What can we say about this book? I picked this up in a souvenir shop because we were in the town of Binnick, and it used to have a railway, and the railway has been lifted. This book tells the story of that railway, and it tells the story of how these two gentlemen took lots of pictures of it, which made the making of the book possible. Very interesting book, well worth a read. Little problem for a few people, it's written in French. There we are. I come back with some huge impressions. Some of them are going to be very, very inspirational to me. The stained glass in the 15 churches that we managed to visit, the stained glass was absolutely amazing. It was wonderful. Depictions of all sorts of things. There was all the things you'd expect to see in churches. Depictions of the Blessed Virgin Mary, depictions of saints, depictions of local dignitaries doing good things. And some of it you looked at and it captivated. The effect of the light coming through, absolutely captivating. And one which it knocked me sideways. One of the things I discovered in the churches that I visited was that they all have a separate area in the church for baptising. Now, we won't get into the controversies about whether you should or shouldn't carry out infant baptisms. Just accept that in French Roman Catholic churches, they baptise infants. And they baptise adults as well if you want to be baptised there. And they have a font that has got some holy water in it, all that sort of stuff. And they tend to have a huge stained glass window. The depiction in each of those windows was Christ being baptised by John the Baptist. And if you think about it, that's a wonderful image to have over a baptismal font. So there I am in this church in Carnac, in Brittany, studying the stained glass, recognising the imagery, which is what imagery is about. You didn't need to speak French to recognise the imagery. You saw what it was, you could see, and you can determine that. So I'm studying it, and in the organ loft, a violinist struck up playing Schubert's Ave Maria. That was quite a moment. It knocked me somewhat sideways. But there we are. I'm back now, back home. Plenty to do, lots of domestic chores to get done, hoovering, washing up, laundry, all sorts of really exciting stuff. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pop this video on the computer. I'm going to press the button that says upload and all that sort of stuff, and I'm going to go and get on with the things that I haven't done for the last fortnight.